You just had a scuffle with Lance Stephenson in the, what is it, Big 3 or whatever happened? Yeah. So what's crazy is, like, we had a Cube here, I think a year ago, Rob, year and a half ago, something like that. And he was here because of what's going on with Big 3. And the last time I saw anything with Big 3, when then all of a sudden I went and tracked who was the MVP of the Big 3 and the coaches, and then you saw Steven Jackson in the locker room calling. I remember that. I don't know if you saw that clip or not. Rob, play this clip. What happened here with you and Steven? Go ahead. Is this an act or is this real?
No, it's no act. But it's too much going on. So the whole game, it was a lot of...
Can you find another angle? Because I haven't seen this angle. This is the angle. Watch this. Go for it.
You see, like, he put his hand up in my face like he was going to punch me. And so when that happened, I'm like, yo, bro, like, you doing too much. And then he did it again like he was going to punch me. And so I'm putting my guard up because I'm like, if somebody put this is a far reach for somebody to connect with a punch. But when somebody's, like I tell my kids, if somebody is in your space, in your boundary, and they put their hands up, you gotta always be ready for it. You never know. Yep. And so when he did that, I'm like, okay. And I'm like, this is too much. But then once I grabbed him and did all that, I said, oh shoot, now I'm already in it. It's a lot going on, but I don't want, that's why I was saying I don't want people to look at me and say, oh, man, he's a hothead and this is how he is.
I don't think anybody would ever call you a hothead.
But see, when I was in Orlando and leaving Orlando and going to these different teams, I was called a cancer. I was called this type of person in the locker room. And I hate that, that's not who I am.
That's different, though. I heard that. What I'm saying is I don't think anybody called you a hothead. I think when you were, the same thing when LeBron left to Cleveland to Miami, he got the treatment. You got the treatment when you left because the Rich DeVos family, the Magic kind of looked at you as like their son, and they really loved on you, and they were protective of you, and they really wanted to make the investment for that next layer to have. By the way, were you ever teammates with T-Mac or no? You guys?
No, he left and he said he didn't want to be no teammates with a high schooler. And I'm like...
He didn't say that.
Bro, you came out of high school.
He didn't say that.
He did. It's something similar to it, like he don't, he don't have time to play with a high school. And I kind of...
The two of you guys
I kind of understand, but see, me playing with him, I probably wouldn't have developed. Same thing with Kobe and Andrew Bynum. Because you have a main scorer, somebody who's going to get a lot of buckets. So he's not going to be trusting me in his prime years to win because I got to develop. So he's like, why would I give him the ball? Like, I understand, something similar to that, but I was like, dang, I used to wear his shoes in high school, the T-Max from Adidas. They was one of the coldest shoes ever. So I was like, man, playing with T-Mac would have been great, but think about it. McGrady at that time, almost the pinnacle of his career. After that, he went to Houston, and then he do like the 13 points.
Carter went to
13 points in like 30 seconds, something crazy.
Yeah, when
he played with Yao.
Ming, yeah.
Spurs. That's against the Spurs, I think.
So I think that for my development's sake, I think that's why the Magic was like, we're going to move away from him and then bring in a Grant Hill, a Steve Francis, Cuttino Mobley, all these guys, Tony Battie, some veteran mindset, some people, because we haven't seen this young kid before. He's coming from a 16 graduate school, 16 people graduate, school, where it's 6 guys, 10 girls. He's coming from a small area, into this team. So let's try to put him around some people that could kind of guide him in the right direction, So I understood what they were doing. But for me, then I had a lot of, people who was not used to money, not used to working with teams and stuff like that. I was very young, so I'm trusting family, trusting cousins and stuff and things like that. And it didn't work out well, but I learned so many life lessons that helped me with my future.
Yeah, Magic was, there's guys that are winners on teams. They're not fun to watch. there's teams that are winners and they're fun to watch. Like I couldn't watch Cleveland Cavs back in the days. Mark Price and Gerald Wilkins and whatever, Craig Elo, and they're winning. It's just
Hot Rod Williams.
By the way,
Larry
I
Nance.
couldn't even watch the Spurs. Too much, all fundamentals. Maybe Parker was a little exciting. Probably the most exciting player on the Spurs was Ginobili, right? But there was no excitement there, right? But dude, you watch the Magic. At any point, it's like, whoa, he's going.
Yeah, it was a lot of.
You watched T-Mac. You watched Carter. Marbury was fun to watch. AI was fun to watch.
I felt like it was real entertainment back then.
It was entertainment. It was, yeah.
Remember, it was NBA entertainment.
Yeah.
I think now, see, that's what I was used to, the whole entertainment. And that's a lot of times I got caught up in entertaining. So the whole D thing that I did, all the others, a lot of time I'm like, okay, I got to entertain. And that kind of can twist players' minds and coaches or teammates, and like maybe he's not as focused because he's trying to entertain, but it's like, hold up, this is why 20,000 people are here. I done already put in the hard work in the gym, in the weight room. I done did all the crazy stuff, the mean stuff. Now with the 20,000 people out here, they coming to see Superman one time. This is the only time they get to see me play. What's up, y'all? This your boy, Dwight Howard, a.k.a. the Hall of Fame Superman in the building. If y'all want to connect with me, ask me any question, just go to Connect, and I got all the answers for y'all. Yeah, I can tell you how many women, Wilt Chamberlain, no, that was just fake. But guess what? I got all the expertise, basketball, chess. If you want to learn how to do Snapchat, if you want to learn to get that jump shot silky smooth like me, if you want the fresh fade with the nice hair, come check your boy out. We got expertise in a lot of areas. Remember, Connect and Connect. I'll see y'all there. Peace.
If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.